G'day everybody, and welcome back for some more Space Engineers. Today what I thought I would do is, after the Wrong Way Up finale yesterday, I kind of felt like there were a whole bunch of things I was supposed to have published to the workshop long ago, as well as some things more recently, and that this would be a good time to get some of that stuff out there. There are a few things that I've thought up that I should probably start with. The first thing is not Wrong Way Up related at all. It's actually something from Survival Impossible, because if we have a look at my Steam Workshop, I don't think I've really published much from Survival Impossible at all. We've got the Remora. I think that's the last thing I published from it. I published the whole world. Yeah, the Remora was the last thing. So I think perhaps having having built a whole bunch of things in there since then. Let's just do a quick blueprint making. Extra save so I can change it to my change it to creative mode, and then we'll get in there and we'll publish a few things. Also, thanks so much, Greg and the Big In, for the subs before the stream even properly started. Edit settings, creative mode, and yeah, I was hoping you guys would give me a few ideas on what I should publish next. Excuse me. On what I should publish next. I'm thinking what a few people have said in chat, which is stuff like the pumpkin needs to go up. I would like to, if I get time today, get the full Jalopy in and clean it up and then publish a cleaned up, completed version. I don't think I really want to publish the stream complete version because it's kind of missing bits. I know there's kind of two parts of me. It's like on that one. There's the this is how it was, so this is how it should be when it's published, versus this is how I imagined it to be, so this is how it should be published. And I kind of lean more towards, especially with the fact that the back end of the tractor never got finished, I want to finish that when I publish it to the workshop. So that's pretty much the only thing I want to finish. I just want to finish the back end of the tractor and clean up a bit of the interiors of the tractor, and then the rest of it was actually complete as it was, I think. Obviously remove whichever dangly bit we've got off the back of it and whichever blueprint I pull out, and would probably... I think I'd publish it with the pumpkin attached. But this right here, is it named properly? Yeah. The Rock Lobster is actually the vehicle that I think I should publish first. It's been around for ages. I was supposed to publish it shortly after I made it, and it's actually something that I think I've built it pretty well. It worked really well for creating this road. It works okay for the mining. It's balanced. It doesn't topple over. It looks the part. It's got all the greebles that it needs. Like, this is a finished build, and I really should publish my finished builds more often. But yes, before I publish this, it needs to have the correctly printed claws. Although I almost think they'd look better in red. Or should I put... Hang on. Okay, so one of the things I was thinking of doing was getting you guys to vote on which blueprints I do next, if there are a few that I'm tossing up between. But let's start off with which claws. Current one red or yellow. I'm not going to do both red because that's not the version that there is. But yeah, current with one red or yellow. Start. No, the red was a repair color. So, I destroyed this claw when I was driving along the road. In fact, if I'm going to get a photo of this, pick a little screenshot of this for the thumbnail, I should probably do it on the road, which stupid wheels. On the road that it was designed for. How's the poll coming along? Oh, 91% of people think I should do it with the current version. Oh, I think I know where this needs to have it. Oh, right, my jetpack doesn't work. This is where the screenshot needs to be taken. For the thumbnail. With the bridge. Red does keep with the well-used look. And red is the convincing wheel. Is that the right red? I think that's the right red. Alright, let's set up our spectator camera quickly. And then we start messing around with time of day. I really wish Build Vision didn't work from Spectator Cam. It's a it's a part of the newest version, and it is very frustrating when trying to get cinematics. I wonder if there's an option for it. Maybe I can poke Dark Helmet about it and see if there is a way to do it. Make it optional. Alright. Time of day. What do we got? Don't... No, the rocks as background just don't work. Maybe this way. Where could I get a shot so that we see the bridge? Oh, that thing's still bouncing. A lot. Oh yeah, actually this is the better spot. This is the better spot. Will I trim off the tail? Should I trim off the tail? Perhaps I should just move the tail out of the way? Yeah, just tuck it in. Tuck in the tail. There you go, now it looks more deliberate. Rather than just dangling off the back. Can I get... Okay, that didn't help. Whatever. I think this is at the right position, though. Oh, that's really unpleasant to look at. Yeah, that's worse. This actually isn't a bad time to fiddle with this. What if I do this? No, it's always just gonna jiggle. Alright, whatever. It'll be fine. Anyway. Ooh, okay. If I bring... Oh, this could actually work. So, let's bring the sun back around the other side. There. Nope. There. There. There we go. That's where we want it. Move myself to about here. It's pretty busy for a thumbnail, but I think it kind of works. Maybe the... Let's bring the rock lobster a bit further forward. Oh yeah, and maybe lower the drills a bit. That's a good point. Alright. Up if I lowered both drills. The bridge is really excited to see him back. It is, it's waggling its tail. Yeah, something like this could work. Oh, I need to do something else though. Let's exit and save. I need to make this offline so that when I use Ansel, I get the game actually pauses for me and I can move the camera around. Because then I can pause with myself in a pose like a wave or something like that. It helps a lot. Yeah, Kirby, you might need to remind me about that thing when it comes to actually writing the description for this. That the wheel proximity works in single player or low ping scenarios, but as soon as you start to work in higher ping scenarios, it goes, it's not happy. Sheriff Takari, Stationeers is Thursday, not Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. I think with Wrong Way Up ended, I'm gonna do a reshuffle of which days I do what. That would have been from when I last did my thingo. Yeah, time travel. Tuesday for me. Oh, that's a lot of bloom. That's way too much bloom. Let's get rid of the bloom. Let's bring some HDR toning in. To make it normal-ish. I like sharpening this stuff for thumbnails. I find it helps the smaller pictures look a bit clearer. Because you kind of get a little bit of an outline to objects. I think this could work. Let's try moving back and see what happens if I use a bit more. Oh. I use a bit of field of view narrowing. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, I think that's I think that, maybe that. Let's get rid of that menu because that always makes it hard to tell. Yeah, I I think that's going to make a pretty solid thumbnail pick to start with. Guardian Crow, tips for new space engineers player would be watch my tutorials. Because the tutorials that I've made should get a new player from, oh my god, what do I do? This is so confusing, to, oh, I could try this. Oh, no, that didn't work. I can try it this way. Oh, that one worked. Cool. All right, I've learned something. That's kind of where they're intended to take you to, is get you to that point where that worst bit of the learning curve has been smoothed out. And play off, and yeah, as Awesome Tomaso said, play offline and don't use mods, except for the mods I put in my mods for new players video. Avoid mods until you know what is a vanilla bug and what is a mod bug, because that way you'll have much less frustration when you're modding, because you'll have a better idea if the new mod that you just added is just terribly broken, or if you're like, oh, that's just a vanilla bug, it's fine. Yeah, that's kind of, those are the tips that I would give. But yeah, it's very easy to overdo mods in Space Engineers because the modding community is so immensely awesome. Cool, so we got a thumbnail. That means I just need to set up the blueprint. Because this one's actually pretty well done. We've got our food and water, got our oxygen supplies, got our very ridiculous number of controls on our hotbar. Yeah, actually, this should be good. I don't think I need to do anything else. Right. Control B. We got a rock lobster. Now, need to open up Photoshop. Yes. Thanks so much, Nad, for 30 months. Yeah, where have they gone? You'd be at, I think, Nad, you're at 32 months. Or 30, maybe even 33 on YouTube now as well. If my maths on timing is correct. I think, yeah. Which is crazy. Means you're getting ridiculously close to 3 years. Great new. Oh wait, no. I want to open up one of my previous blueprint thingies. That's on my NAS. Space Engineers. So let's see. Workshop. What's a recent thing? Wait, is that old? Oh no. There should be more stuff in that. I had a hard drive die. I had thought I'd backed up all the stuff off it, but some of it apparently didn't transfer, and I suspect that's a symptom of it dying. So I appear to have some stuff missing, which is not good. Oh, there we go. Hubble gum. That's recent enough. Let's open that one. No, Tommaso, I haven't done the base from Wrong Way Up yet. That's coming. Other thing I need to open is this. There we go. So rock lobster. No, I think that was better like that. Like that. Can't decide. I usually like it. I like it when the letters can kind of nest within the other tall letters, but this one doesn't really work because like rock doesn't look like it'll fit there, and it'll then look like rock Lobster. So other thing, I didn't quite get the rotation of this where I wanted it. So let's just expand it a bit. That looks good. Make it pop a bit more. Higher contrast, better for thumbnails. I'm very tempted to do this. Doop. And just get rid of me entirely, but I kind of wanted to leave some of the bridge. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Doing that. I think I'll just do this one simply. The more I fiddle with this, the fewer blueprints I get through. All right. Workshop, new folder. Rock Lobster. So, with me saying that I lost some of my stuff, it's not as bad as it sounds because periodically I have been I've been backing up my entire saves and my entire blueprints folder from Space Engineers to Google Drive. So I got heaps of stuff there that I can theoretically find all the old stuff if I went through the saves. It's not lost, but it's sort of a bit of a pain. I'd have to do the thumbnails again. All right. Let's save this as a JPEG because there's a lot of detail in this image, and it's going to be... That might be just small enough. Might go down to 11. Yeah, there we go. Because stupid Steam, only letting 1 meg files be uploaded. Now. Oh, that's not how you spell Space Engineers. Space Engineers. Blueprints. Local. Rock Lobster, where are you? There we go. Just quickly checked my quick thing to see if there was anything that was a spoiler for something else. Let's get rid of my thumb.png. Let's move in my thumb.jpg. And then go back here. Rock Lobster, which will no longer show an image. That's fine. And then we click publish. Yes. It is a rover, and it can go to Steam and mod.io. We'll see if mod.io likes me this time. Thanks, Kirby. Uh-oh. I used the wrong thumbnail. Whoops, daisy. Let's try that again. I still had the other thing. Still had the wrong folder open. And this is why... Oh, okay, we're not doing mod.io again because apparently it doesn't like me again. It's really annoying. Every time I do these, the stupid mod.io linkage breaks. That's better. Hey, Dragnon. Hey, Black Shadow. Yeah, it could just be me, Dragnon. It could just be me. Okay. Oh, I think it just worked to mod.io then. I think I confuse people on mod.io so much when I do these published streams because I so often forget to transfer the I so often forget to actually go to the mod.io page and update the stuff there. Let's do this in the better way. Rock Lobster. Alright. Edit title and description. Whoa, dragged on. Thank you so much. Dude. Told you yesterday, stop gifting subs so you can buy yourself a better laptop. Thank you so much, man. Oh no, that was the day before I told you that. Thank you so much. Rock Lobster, Rover, Miner, Extraordinaire. Nah, I'll just leave it as Rock Lobster. That'll be confusing enough. Piglings, if you are mining on... If you're using a mining ship in atmosphere, you need to make sure that you don't overload it with too much stuff. So you've probably loaded up too much ore or rock into the miner. And what you can do is actually drag stuff into your personal... Like if you hop out of the ship, drag stuff from the connector into your personal inventory and then throw it out, you can do it. The other thing is you're probably not aligned with the horizon, or one or more of the thrusters might be damaged. But the drills could also be too full if you've damaged any of the cargo network. There are a whole lot of things that unfortunately can go wrong with it. So, Rock Lobster. It is a mining rover built for the harsh conditions of Omicron. 1.9 gravity and no O2. Effective at road building and ore deposit mining. Can even work as a cargo hauler in a pinch. Actually, I should probably start with as seen in survival. Impossible. And then I should probably be, you know, do that whole I'm a YouTuber, I should promote my own content thing. I guess. Maybe. This is the bit I'm not good at. This is the bit I don't like doing because I'm so bad at it. Where was the Rock Lobster bit? There we go. This thumbnail, here's a thumbnail of the Rock Lobster, so I think that's a good one to use. It is worth noting that the wheel setup can be problematic on servers where you have a high ping or high server load. The wheels work normally in single player. Yeah. Hotbar controls for most things. with control of the drill arms on hotbar 1 slots 2 to 5 with 4 independent arm control to keep your roads level. Okay, that'll do. Back to the item. So we are. We've got the rock lobster published. Let's add and edit some images. Attach YouTube video. There we are. That'll do. Yeah. What? Why didn't my Twitter work? Probably because I wrote youtube.com. Yeah, Dragnon, I try to post stuff to Twitter a bit. I do occasionally post stuff to Twitter that's unique to it. I've managed to curate my own my Twitter feed for me to just be interesting tech news, funny things from Ryan Reynolds, and some other funny things from stuff like that. There's nothing political or annoying that comes into my feed, and it's great. But I can totally understand why people hate the platform. And I would not try and convince someone otherwise. It's just I've managed to find a use for it. Without it being anywhere near as annoying as some of the other social media platforms are for me. All right, so we've done the rock lobster. It's now on the workshop. Let's do... Piglings. Where my mouse is now, the thing that's there, that is your artificial gravity. Check that when you're in the cockpit. If it's not level like it is now, that's almost certainly going to be your problem. Yeah, my ogre. Because, even though I know it's all staged, I do enjoy the stuff that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman do to each other on social media. It amuses me. That's kind of how it started. Right, so was there anything else in Survival Impossible I should publish? Let's have a look. I don't think I need to publish this platform. I kind of don't feel like it's that special. Piglings, you're upside down. That's why you can't fly. You're going to have to... I've got a tutorial about how you can roll over your vehicles that might help you get out of that spot. Is Manny published? I don't think so. What have I done? I don't think I've published Manny. Guess I could publish Manny. Uh, 456, sorry. The world is published. Alrighty. Yeah, what the heck? Let's publish Manny. Incognito, there's literally a Survival Impossible video that I posted a week ago. Survival Impossible is not finished. Survival Impossible is back. You know what, Dragnon? My favorite build in Survival Impossible so far is actually the Rock Lobster. Seriously. I spent so long in Space Engineers trying to figure out how to make a functional but not enormous drilling rover. And it is by far my best effort at that. Thanks, Salsa Brains. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that triggering. What else is around here? The Liftsy is not on the workshop. Neither is that version of the Goofy. The Goofy 2. The Goofy Puff Senior. There's no reason for that to go on the workshop. That is on the workshop. The Absconder. Eh. Oh, you thought it'd be the Remora Dragnon? Yeah, like, that's the cool thing about Survival Impossible for me, is I've built some stuff. So much stuff that I'm like, yeah. Oh. Keen have changed where the build state is for the wheels. Why are those fully constructed? Huh. Published a red battery so it doesn't feel left out. Oh, that'd be such a derpy troll of the workshop as well. Oh man. I would feel both evil but also legitimizing the red battery and the story behind it. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that one. I got very mixed feelings about that one. Very mixed. I don't like... So, some of you guys would have been here for the stream where I did publish a joke build to the workshop, and it made the front page basically instantaneously. And then I took it down about 20 minutes, half an hour after the stream, because I was just like, no, I feel guilty taking that front page slot away from someone who's put a whole lot of time into their build. It doesn't feel... It doesn't feel right. Yeah, it feels like a bit of a not great move. Yeah, okay. Cobra yeah, I could publish it on April 1st, on an April 1st 1 year. That could work. I should put the forks down, I think. Yeah, it looks better with the forks down. Manny should have the lights on. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good spot for Manny's shot. I am the Senate. Since my tutorial or my kind of experimenting thing on how strong thrusters came out, Keen has made thrusters better, not worse. Thrusters lift more now than they did back then, and more for less power. I need to go further back to get Manny. Oh, wait, no. Maybe that's better. Yeah, something like this could work. Let's try it. Let's get the daylight at the right point. Well, Manny's bright enough I could almost do a nighttime shot. But I think as a general rule, thumbnails in Space Engineers are better done in daylight. Because you can see more of what's in the thumbnail. Alright, I think that'll work. Now, did I do Manny with a... I think I did Manny with a Y. Okay, I'm doing Manny with a Y. Control B. Photoshop. Open folder that has the pictures. Nope, not that. This one. Use Manny to make the little red battery. Legit. Guess you could. Yeah, that'll do. I'm figuring for these purposes, getting more blueprints published is better than getting them published to perfection or some form of perfection. Go stick the red battery on one of Manny's forks for the shot, then add a note that batteries are not included. Yeah, Kalen Darklaw, it's enhance. Enhance. I hope the tapping on my keyboard is coming through the mic. Workshop, Manny, folder, Lobster. Where's Manny? Copy the thumbed up JPEG, get rid of the thumbed up PNG, and publish. Publish. Yes. River. That wasn't even me tapping on the actual keys of the keyboard. That was me tapping on the wrist rest. This is taking a long time. Okay. Let's see his workshop. Manny. Edit description. A forklift for all your fork or your lifting needs. Designed for retrieving cargo pods launched from the nearby asteroid belt and delivering for cargo collection. As seen in survival impossible. Now, where in the heck is the link for that one? When did I build Manny? I think I built Manny a long time ago. Like a long time ago. Like pre-escape from purgatory, long time ago. Pre-arboretum, yes. Still further back. Swear I would have... Oh, there we go. Here we go. Here's a thumbnail with Manny in it, so that looks to be the right video to choose. Save. Edit images and videos. Cool. Now Manny is done. Yeah, Manny is from the before times. Alright, I think that might be all from Survival Impossible. Because I don't really know... I guess maybe I could... I think I'll save the bridge. Rather than publishing it as a blueprint, I'll publish the bridge once I make the magnesium road all decorated. I think that's a better time to do the bridge. The panini doesn't make sense because it's really just it's gonna instead probably get put into... I can't really put it into ACS because then I'll face my own panini, which will be weird. The canaries aren't that special, so I don't think they need to be published. Yeah, cool. Alright, that's Survival Impossible. Launch Airbase should be on the version from 1 year in. So, next up, let's load up some Wrong Way Up. I think that's gonna work. Maybe. Let's see. Space Engineers. Saves. I think I've already got a Wrong Way Up. Yeah. Let's try... let's do it this way. Just copying the save from my server. Lenjet, the bot planes, a lot of them have already been uploaded by the bots themselves. In fact, if any of the bots are around, let me know your links so I can share them. And, yeah. But I know Jexam's working on all of his planes, which were the ones that... They were the fly-by-night. The ones that had, like, the bird faces on the front and stuff. And I think Kanajashi's posted several of his as well. So yeah, a good chunk of the bot planes are posted by them because I resist posting stuff that I didn't make. But yeah, I think Kanajashi will be posting a bunch of his as well. I don't know what one this is. I think this is the one. Let's load it up and see. But yeah, it's like there's heaps of stuff that I use that I get sent that's someone else's work for me to use in a particular situation that they haven't published because they don't want to have to maintain it, haven't published for a whole variety of reasons, and that kind of means that I can't publish it either. And no, wasted is difficult to get to publish stuff. To say the least. They're not all DLC badges, those badges on the thing. Uh-oh. Okay, this was not the version I was looking for. Although, hang on a sec. Do I even need to worry? I think I've got a recent enough Jalopy blueprint. Yeah, you got to pick your timing with Wasted to get him to publish stuff. I was originally thinking I might try after the I might have tried after the stream yesterday, but we were all kind of pretty tired. So I decided that was a bad time to do that. Alright, so I don't think we need to have Capac's plane on here, so let's get rid of it. What the... Why is build vision not working? Just look. Since Capac's plane is actually really more Kanajashi's work than his. And Capac's made some stuff for Space Engineers that I think, as soon as he's happy to publish it, really need to be published. He showed off some cool stuff that he's been doing, and that shows how much he's been learning and how much he's been able to take advantage of Space Engineers getting physics that are a bit more stable these days. Because it means it works better for the way that Capac's brain works. Alright. So let's repair things. Because I'm going to publish the Jalopy. Yeah, so Edward Scissorplane doesn't come with the blueprint. Edward Scissorplane is attached by a landing gear, so can't come with the blueprint. Yeah, Lohan, his ship from Lex is really impressive. It's actually a really good sign that Capac can find joy building stuff like that he has done with no involvement from me whatsoever. It's been a long time since I've seen Capac play Space Engineers when it wasn't me dragging him into it. So I'm actually really excited by that. I think it shows that he's really enjoying it. I am using an elite welder. Something like that, Black Shadow. Something like that. Yes. Proud of my young student who's actually older. Would this build work on Xbox? Yes, but the planes won't. I think everything on this build is vanilla. Like, I think actually everything on the Jalopy is vanilla. I don't think there are any modded blocks anywhere. Oh, the wheel script won't, actually. That's a good point. Yeah, the script for controlling the subgrid wheels won't work on Xbox, which means you won't be able to climb mountains the way that we've done. The scripts for controlling the arms won't work, but you'd be able to drive on flat ground. Oh yeah, some of the spotlights are modded blocks, but I don't know if anyone knows whether MA spotlights are on the Xbox or not. Because it's not a scripted mod, so it should work on Xbox if the mod's there. Yeah, I know that you can run scripts on dedicateds with Xbox, but it's so it does limit the availability of this one, unfortunately. Just thought I'd give an intact runway. I think DE would be unimpressed if I published this without the runway intact. Alright. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Oh yeah, ejectors to connectors won't work. Yes, Capac had caused some damage. I really don't think there's a quicker way for me to do this repair either. Kind of either do it by hand or have to create some big rig, which will probably take just as long as doing it by hand. The runway, I don't think the runway was ever undamaged for more than about 5 minutes. But given the number of times we repaired it, I think we can have it repaired in the published blueprint.
Your battery level will be low on the next beat.
Yeah, this is not a survival blueprint. No, this is a paste it, have a look around it, enjoy the nostalgia blueprint. Like wasted bringing in our vehicle from Runway Down during the after stream.
So, your energy is
almost
critical.
done.
I'll come back when it's a disaster.
Yeah, Black Shadow, that's the sort of thing. Like trying to drive this for a bit yourselves, having a bit of fun with that, I think would be good. I think, to be honest, the Jalopy's probably just going to be published to Steam because I don't really want to have to remove mods and stuff from it that aren't on Xbox, sadly. I don't know what that's about. Oh, I think I might know what that's about. Oh, that explains a lot. That explains a lot indeed. I didn't realize that was merge blocked to bring it back together in a way that made it impossible for it to actually be a fuel arm. I did a dumb. I did a dum-dum. Why, Splitsy? Why do you do these things? No, don't want the armored ones. We didn't use the armored ones. Okay. We can get rid of this. It's the goose all over again. Do you know what I started wondering? After I discovered that the hat of the drone printer was getting some clang from this landing gear, I wonder how much we were dealing with Phantom Forces through the series with stuff like this being landing gear lockdown. Like, I know a lot of people get uncomfortable with the shaking of subgrids, but I do wonder how much having it locked, those subgrids locked with the landing gear, creates extra issues. It stops the shaking, but I think it potentially could be a bigger problem. So yeah, I am curious about that one. Oh.
You have one new message.
One thing
message
I don't think I'll repair. I'm not going to repair my truck.
Hydrogen low.
I think it stays as is. Hi, Zelton. Ah.
Luckily.
Oh, I'm hoping today to be able to get Wasted to talk about the plans for the new series. Thanks to Crazy Duckling. Was the fire truck ever fully repaired? I don't think so. Oh yeah, Jax, if you publish those blueprints, send me the link so I can share it to everybody. And also, I can't remember if you... didn't think you were on Twitter, so if you want me to, let me know and I'll share them there as well. Okay, the arms stay in their weird... Wait, this was not... I want red. Yeah. The arms have to stay a bit weird. Maybe I don't... Actually, maybe I don't finish the back of this because it didn't get finished. Yeah, maybe I won't. I'll get rid of the pistons to link them. I just kind of want to clean it up to its most commonly seen final version. So that means removing this. Removing these spinnerets, as they were referred to in the maps. Oops. Bye, tree. I thought I'd leave the... Should probably let DE publish his own plane rather than me publishing it for him. Oh. Did Space Engineers just crash? If so, how rude. Something about my PC and the wrong way up save just don't play nice. Actually, you know what? I think it's just the... Oh, I did have one... Did I have one crash while I was building the base for the finale? I think I might have had one crash. But the rest of the time, I didn't have a crash. So I think the Jalopy might have something to do with it. Yeah, Draco, I don't think it's... I don't know if it's the aero mod. Wrong Way Up is the only... is the only save that I've got that I've been using the aero mod, but it's also the only one where I use the connectors to ejectors mod. And it's the only one where I'm using the script that turns off the turret AI. So yeah, I don't think it would be nice to debug it, but I maybe we could try and do that maybe off stream, because I think it could get dragged out quite a bit. But I would love your help in trying to figure this problem out, because it'd be nice to know if it's something I can fix on my end. Because it really is only a problem in the wrong way up save. It's not in anything else. But yeah, Drago, if you're down to test that, I'd be very interested. We could do it on a Wednesday sometime, because that's when I don't stream. You crash, Capac becomes immortal. Worst superhero origin story ever. Yeah, it could be the wheels. It could be the subgrids. But it's so weird that it's my PC. Like, it's a crash I only get in Space Engineers. It's not a crash I get in other games. And my PC's not bad, but it's also not the best of those of us in Wrong Way Up. Like, my graphics card is the best of all of us, but my CPU is not. But it's also not the worst. I just don't know. There are no heating issues, because there actually are really not any heating issues. It's weird. It's weird, weird, weird. Okay. Back to removing the other bits that I haven't removed yet. Oh yeah, Nuki World, you're so right. It's clearly the plane parts mod. Oh wow.
Engineer.
Oh,
your jetpack is on.
I so should have tried removing it, just for the
exercise
almost meme-worthy nature of doing so. That would have been so tempting. Oh, that would have been so funny. I should probably sit in our TeamSpeak before my Capac comes along, because then I can try and drag him into publishing some of his stuff.
You are out of hydrogen. Restoring gravity now.
Yeah, Drago, poor Takeshi. That got blamed for so much. I think Wasted's just going to have to wear it that his blueprints might get published with this, because I don't really think I can not do it. I don't think he'll mind. Reverse the hat. Yeah, I think, while Wasted doesn't publish his stuff much, he also, I don't think, is the kind of person to have any concerns about me publishing this with his stuff attached. He's a pragmatic man. And such things. Yeah, you know what? I'm leaving this open. I'm leaving this for history. Posterity. But I think that's cleaned up as much as I need to do so. One thing I really found difficult. Oh, Black Shadow, you still in chat? So, Black Shadow, how would it be okay if I used that picture you showed me as the thumbnail for the Jalopy blueprint? rather than taking an in-game shot. Also, does anyone notice that nothing saved that I edited?
You know, engineer falls in hole.
Like I had to
It's a
redo
bad
everything?
story.
Does it come with an invincible cat pack? Of all the bugs, and of all the people it could have happened to, that happening to Capac was the best. Because if it had happened to anyone else, it wouldn't have been as funny. If it had happened to anyone else, yeah, it just wouldn't have been special. Just would not have been special. Awesome. Thanks, Black Shadow. I really love that piece of work, and I wanted to share it somewhere that would be seen, because you put so much time into it. Let's just grab a quick screenshot here, so that the thumbnail will be Black Shadow's artwork, and then I'll have a picture of the actual thing on the workshop item. Can you flap the Jalopy's wings hard enough to take off? No. There's no lift generated by large grids, only drag. Okay.
I didn't realize.
So what I need to do... Sloppy Jalopy. Yep.
You are out of hydrogen.
Blueprint this
Restoring
thing.
gravity now.
Not entirely true, Drago? What is with mod.io? Oh, it's number 3. I don't want number 3. I want to have a clean name. You have drag and deflection on large grids. You see, now you're just confusing me. Oh, I might actually publish this as the wrong way. Sloppy Jalopy.
Jetpack suffering existential crisis.
Okay. Back to the Photoshop. And... Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so that's not going to be the actual thumbnail, that's just going to be a separate thing. But... Now... Get the picture Black Shadow sent me. Open original. Love that it's a group selfie. Here we go. Twitch chat, where'd you go? Hello? Where are you hiding? There you are. Now, for this, I might actually just publish it straight as that. Tex in the arm. Cat back in his sandwich. I love this. I love this bit. And D on his Toblerone. Ugh. Now I've just got to save this as a JPEG. Oh, actually, it might be a small. Oh, hang on. It might be small enough as a PNG, actually. Let's see. We got Manny. Sloppy Jalopy. Thumbed up PNG. Yeah, 651. All right, where's the other thing? Was here where I was. Blueprints. Local. Wrong way up. And then we publish. It's a rover, it's a base, it's an other. Black Shadow art takes time. That's okay. There's nothing that like this. I honestly, Black Shadow, your art has been an awesome part of Wrong Way Up, and you can also find some of Black Shadow's art on the merch stores if you want to look for it as well, which is really cool. Let's add some images and videos. And what we want to add is choose files. Hello? And we go to JPEG because of Steam. Evan, there really aren't any real bot outtakes. There is something I wish I'd had more time to do. Why am I doing this through the Steam interface that's so tiny? Teeny tiny. That is a mistake. There was something that Pav sent me, which I wish I'd had the time to get done, but I didn't. Which is he did a time lapse. He actually got a static camera time lapse of us climbing down the cliffside. But I've been having some issues with Stationeer's stream from last week not publishing on YouTube, and I spent ages fiddling with that, and then ran out of time with fixing the time lapse, which is annoying. What am I doing? Space Engineers. Splitsy. Workshop. Sloppy Jalopy. And save. Yeah. All right. Add edit description. The constantly rebuilt and repaired Jalopy in its kinda final state. Final form. Enjoy too many wheels. A giant runway. And all the drones the ground can eat. Comes with bonus pumpkin. As seen in wrong way up. Jalopy 5 is alive. Jex, you should be able to post the links on here in Twitch because you're a mod. Actually, everyone can post links on Twitch. You can post links on YouTube as well because you're a mod. So once you post it, I can then bring it up on stream as well and post it everywhere. What was I doing? I was getting a link to Wrong Way Up. Channel content. Live. Do. Save. Okay, cool. Add my links because half the time I forget to. Oh, I mentioned earlier about the way I use Twitter. Anything I post there that's unique to Twitter, I do also try and post for the supporter group too. So if you don't like Twitter, I do make sure it's available for all the supportive people. So it's like Twitch subs, YouTube members, and Patreon. Thanks, Cameron. Thanks for the sub. All right, Jex's planes. So, these are the planes that you might recognize from Wrong Way Up. Subscribe. Dang it! Hang on. Let me just take that off onto another window and I'll sign in. Stupid Steam. Why does it always sign out on my computer? It's so annoying. And Steam Guard on my phone, because of course you must do two-factor authentication for such things. If you don't, you silly. Okay, here we go. Now I can subscribe. Now I can add an award for Fancy Pants. Cool. I'm now going to get an email about that. And what else? Superstar. There any other ones that I want to do? Extra helpful. Yeah. Because the bots were. Yeah, apparently on the workshop at the moment, there are a few people going around downvoting almost every blueprint that's published. So if you see something and you genuinely like it, just to counteract those trolls from being effective, just actually be nice to the modders, be nice to the people who publish the blueprint. If you like it, just actually do that. Just because it counteracts those people from being effective. I think it's obviously not something I normally say, but if you like someone else's work, actually do that for them, because it, especially for people who don't have the followers that say I do, it actually makes a difference. It makes a really big difference for them seeing how many people like their stuff and not being disheartened because of those trolls. One of the other bots had noticed that a whole raft of things on the workshop are just being, it almost looks like bots are doing it, just going around downvoting everything that comes up. Yeah, TFE, there we go. So TFE is the one who told me about it, and yeah. So yeah, just be nice to other creators out there. I think comments, I imagine comments matter too, so do that. But yeah. Counteract those jerks. Our niceness can overwhelm them. Right. So we got the jalopy done. Next is the pumpkin. How much charge does this version of the pumpkin have? And it's not actually even complete. Oh, hang on. I need to do something else. Hang on. Add, remove required items. So, we need Sunday cartoons with Capac and Splitsy. We need subscribed items. I hate this interface on Steam so much. What's the connector to ejector mod called? Is it just called connector to ejector? Ejectors to connector. Ah. Ejector to small connector. There we go. Can anyone think of any other modded blocks that were on these things? I think the rest. I think the rest of it was vanilla. Because although aero is needed to make plane parts because of the thing, because of the pumpkin being included. Oh, and MA spotlights. Thank you. No, the custom faces will not be included. Those are private mods for potentially understandable reasons. I think that's all. I'm sure someone will find something that I haven't included, but it'll do. So those, and then add, remove required DLC. Wasteland wheels. Huh. Did it automatically select that? I'm pretty sure we used a bunch of the decorative stuff too. Do we actually end up using any of the heavy industry things? I'm not even sure. I don't know how much of this is in there. Whatever. I'm going to put more rather than less, just in case. Yeah, sci-fi for the skins. I don't think there's any frostbite stuff in there, but I could be wrong. And I don't think there's any heavy industry. And I can't remember what's in Economy Deluxe. Oh, I do have heavy industry batteries. No, they're warfare batteries, not heavy industry batteries. If a blueprint says you require DLC, can you paste it without having that DLC and those blocks just won't place? Oh yeah, heavy industry, the pipes on the rear trailer. Okay, yes. Okay, cool. So it's probably better I put more DLC on than not. And a description. Uncertain which DLC are required. Many are not necessary for function, but were used in construction. There we go. I'll do. Cool. Thanks, Bedrat. Right. So the last thing to do is everybody play as a plushie because Chipsticks did some awesome work. Yeah, plushie weapon mods. The last thing to do is see if I can maybe publish a version of the finale map. If you haven't watched The Wrong Way Up finale yet, this is going to have spoilers. Lots of spoilers. So where are we at? I think it's this one I want. So we go back into saves. Don't need that saver anymore. So let's get rid of that save. And we'll just call it finale. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to call it that. And base. I have a reason I don't want to call it finale just yet. And what I want to do is delete all that. Grab what I think is the version just before we went live yesterday. All right, the air raid siren is a mod, but I haven't got that one in a state where it can be published. And I don't even think his air raid siren is on that version of the Jalopy. I don't think he's got a button set up to press it because he clearly forgot about it after a while, which is fine. It's kind of what I expected. Oh, cool. Nice, Ostuga. Feel free to put the link to the High Shadow in chat as well. So what I'm thinking of doing for the finale map is, first off, I've got to remove a whole bunch of mods. Because there are a bunch that aren't needed for it, but also there are some ones that are mods that are just for us, i.e. the face mods. So people can't go walking around as Wasted and Capac, who aren't Wasted and Capac. Yeah, there we go. Ostuga's High Shadow. Yeah. Chat moved and I clicked on the wrong thing. So yeah, the little the miniature B2 lookalike. There you go. Because award emails are annoying. That is not the right save. Let's try that again. High Shadow, not eye shadow. Yet, so Chipsticks, when I published something, said that, all right, I am going to award spam you. Because I think he does it some of the time. G'day, Osito Croft. Yeah, It's kind of a fun thing. I mean, that's true, Jax. He may rock eyeshadow, but that's not what I said. Oh no, my secret is out. Everybody go look for Ostuga's makeup tutorial YouTube channel. Yeah, I think I did, Serenity. I think I did get award spammed on the speedrun design. Geez, it's taken a long time to load. Wonder if anything's exploding. Ah. Why, hello, Reactor Core. As I said, there will be spoilers. Okay. Now, is this going to work? Nope. Yep. Figured. Oh, we need to get rid of the blue cheese. What? Nope, not that. Get rid of that. Not that. Get rid of Edward Scissorplane. Carl Urban. That. Not that. Get rid of that. Not the pandas or the plane wrecks. Ryan Reno can go. That needs to go. That needs to go. That needs to go. That should stay. All the static grids should stay. The Tom Selleckers can go. Cool. Ow! So what I'm thinking of doing is just building a little, Actually, you know what? I was going to build a little something, but... Come on, workshop, load. Load my workshop blueprints! Drago, I was actually going to remove aero for this, because this finale base doesn't need aero. There's no aerodynamic things in it. Because it's not going to have any of the planes around. Why? Oh, it's single P. That's right. There we go. And this will be where people spawn. So then they can explore the whole thing. Well, Drago, so I've got the wrong way up world start published, so people can mess with aero in that. This is just going to be about published for the base. That's why I wasn't going to worry about setting up any of the other things. I'm going to remove as many of the mods as I possibly can for this. Ow! This one. Although, there are a couple of blocks I have to remove. Yeah, there are a couple. That wasn't a good spot to stop. Oops. There are a couple of things I have to remove because they're part of mods that I want to remove from the save. So in here. Need to remove Chipsticks's body. I really need to turn shooting off. Okay, so need to remove Chipstick's special pod. Then I also need to remove the shack body. Just this way. So these ones need to be removed for a variety of reasons, but it's mainly because thankfully Chipsticks for the face mods has made them private mods, so they're not available for other people to use. It's just for the people who actually have said faces. So that and those blocks were both included in the mod that has Capac's face. That should be everything. I might try and fix the reactor room so that I can show you guys what the reactor room was supposed to sound like. It wasn't supposed to be ear-destroyingly loud static. It actually sounded much, much more interesting. Right. Oh, wait, no. Press. Do not press. Set up actions. Yeah, these timer blocks just kept deleting their actions, and I don't know why. I was meant to start countdown on these warheads. Was meant to turn on this group. And then it was also meant to start an alarm off timer. I'd say I put probably 80 hours into building this. Okay, let's see. Do not press.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Please exit the facility if you are able to do so. This facility will self-destruct in 15 minutes.
So that's what it was supposed to sound like.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Please exit the facility.
But of course, it didn't. It gave ear-destroying static instead and made everyone hate it. Thanks, Anonymous Woodler. Let's... Actually, you know what? Let's make this a bit simpler. Let's just clear all of these out. Except for, I should leave seriously. I should have left seriously don't press as the only one that actually worked. I should probably check the countdown on the warheads and see if they actually triggered, because they weren't triggering a lot of the time either. It worked a few times, and then, yeah, they just... Oh no, these are actually counting down. Yeah, TFE, it is pretty nuts the amount of time I spent on this, but you can't build something like this without spending that much time. If you spend less time than that, it doesn't have the same impact, and it needs to have that impact, or it doesn't work. So I don't regret the time I spent on it, but oh, I need to turn off those things. But I do wish there was a quicker way of doing some of these things. I am, however, seriously happy with how this reactor room turns out with the special admin safe zone going around the reactor. Alrighty. Now, I need to equip this with some items. Oh, wait. Most of the things in this are actually set up for multiplayer. This Jalopy has many batteries, but you're right. I probably should give this a reactor so it doesn't die in a couple of minutes. Actually, how long does it have to last? How long will it last if I turn the engine off? Zero seconds. That's not right. What do the batteries say? Fully depleted in ship, no power. What? What the heck? What? Okay, that's really confusing. Oh, the battery's on recharge, aren't they? Oh, they are. No wonder. I'm an idiot. Fully depleted in 7 hours. Yeah, that's alright, actually. I'm fine with that. There are survival kits you can get hold of inside the base that you can take control of, so I don't think this is going to be a problem. Cool. Well, let's get a... Kind of tempted to leave this as a thumbnail of just the mini jalopy and the snow. But I think I'm going to have to put the spoiler in. And have just the vague pyramid in the background. Yeah, something like that could work. Turn off those things. Turn those things on. Escape. Take a screenshot so I can make a proper thumbnail. Exit to main menu, save, yes. On a cage, I think I'm almost done with the ones that I can remember that I need to put on the workshop of the relatively recent stuff. I think there's some much older stuff that people had asked me for, and I've almost completely forgotten about. Can you take a screenshot from inside the cab of the Jalopy? The trouble is, inside the cab of the Jalopy just looks like a dark space. It doesn't look particularly unique, especially at that sort of size. So now we need to test removing mods. Oh, dang it. I need to save as this game. So I can give it a better name. So I want to give it a the Wrong Way Up finale base. I don't really have a name for the base. The bot base. Steve Stone Cold Vengeance. I left him a little behind again. Yeah, I did. Kabak tried to bring him, but he was pretty hard to push around. Fort bot pack. Wrongest based. Wrongest base. Not based. We're not basting a turkey. Wrong way up the North Pole base. Actually, I might just leave it as the North Pole. Wrong way up the North Pole. Yeah. Okay, so edit settings. Mods. do. Right, so we don't need aerodynamics for this. I'll leave the Hubble gun. We don't need Elysium with acid rain. Although that might cause it to crash if I get rid of that. Don't need modular encounters. Do need that. Did I actually end up using those images? Yes. No, I used the survival unlikely one. No lightning damage isn't required because I've actually turned off all weather. HUD compass should stay on because that shows that you're at the North Pole. Paint gun's not required. Build info. People can have it if they want it, I guess. But I might remove it because it's not required. I'll remove that because it's not required. Ultimate spectator is not required. Plane parts not required. Ejected small connectors not required. Camera panning's not required. Long range searchlight isn't required. That is required. Should leave that on as well. That on. Need the map LCDs. Yes. Broken bots, yes. Don't need that. I'm gonna leave snarky sounds on it. Extra HUD audio warnings. Sure, why not? And yeah, complete clear camera. Okay, that's a lot of mods. And okay. I'll just load it just to make sure it doesn't not load. Long way frown. The search for Steve. All of the mods that are in there are unlisted or public. The Wrong Way Up modifications mod is unlisted because I make no claims of maintaining it now that the series is over. Chappie, I would disagree. You do need a clear camera screen after the most recent update because I use clear camera screens for doing time lapses and I don't want an overlay at all. They're much better after the latest update in terms of being able to see through them, but you need them for my uses. Okay. Let's publish this world to Steam. Oh, wait, no. Let's go back to Photoshop. What am I doing? I am opening the screenshot. In fact, I should probably open up one of the Wrong Way Up thumbnails. Because then... Oh yeah, actually I'll use this one as my template for it. Thinking if I grab... Oh, I've got the wrong versions of D and text. That's annoying. Yeah, but if they're that small, it'll be fine. I had a high res... I don't know what I did, but I rasterized these two at some point. I don't know which version still has the good ones of them. Actually, no, let's not happen. This one, I might just keep the spirit animal. Yeah, Black Shadow, I don't know where I messed up the rasterizing. And the thumbnails were so small, I didn't think it was obvious enough, and I was always under a little time pressure to get my thumbnails done. And let's grab... Yeah. Yes, I increased the size of the outline because at thumbnail scale it wasn't showing up enough to try and make them, because I wanted them to pop out more. Yeah. We go to my NAS, Space Engineers. Yeah. So the acid rain The acid rain adds something, but the weather system in general is not good. So the acid rain ended up being overwhelming and annoying rather than entertaining. So I made it less frequent and then eventually just got rid of weather altogether for the last 2 weeks. Because the weather in a stream is actually kind of like nighttime. You it doesn't actually you don't want it. You kind of you want to skip through when because most of what they do is just stop you. They stop progress. They don't make progress interesting. Um, I think whether in a series where you're constantly having to run away from something and keep moving because you're being chased, so you have to move even when the weather's bad, fine. But where there's nothing chasing you, there's no impetus to move when the weather gets bad. All you do is sit there waiting for the weather to get better. And so weather actually doesn't add anything. It just detracts from the series, which is it's just how it is. Um, weather in Space Engineers unfortunately doesn't add stuff the way that it was meant to. That saves. Wrong way up the North Pole. Let's grab my new thumbnail. Place. Yeah. Unfortunately, they just didn't. Weather is just it's bad. uh, exploration. Steam. Crucifix, there isn't any bot's point of view to see. Most of the time, the bots were sitting around watching us or just building in creative mode. The bot perspective was never meant to be shown, so it wasn't set up in a way where showing it was going to be something to do. All right, let's. So many people have asked me to publish bot perspective stuff, but there just really isn't stuff to publish. The guys shared some of their things, but also sometimes they didn't want their voices published. And that's entirely their choice. So yeah. One of the things that's unfortunately an issue with YouTube in general and making this stuff in general is while it would be amazing to do outtakes, it'd be amazing to have these other bits and pieces, they'd kind of be like extra features on DVD, Blu-ray sort of content. A small fraction of the audience would watch it. On the other hand, unlike those extra features on a DVD, Blu-ray, etc., they take more time to make than the main content. So the economics don't work out. I could make a whole other stream series in the time it would take me to do an edit of a bot perspective thing. And so therefore I'd be better off making the full new series. It's just, unfortunately, that's just how it works. Yeah. But yeah, I tried to. The bots did send me some of their stuff and their points of view for things occasionally, but I just never got a real good opportunity to use it. And even with Moosey editing the catch ups, that it didn't really quite work out because we were time pushed to get the catch-ups done before the next stream anyway. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Yeah, the blueprint stuff, piglings, it's Control B. If you want to blueprint something that's attached to something else via connector, press Control Shift B to just get the thing you're looking at. You've made it from Elysium to Persei. You've climbed mountains, rolled rovers, crashed plains, and bridged canyons. And now you're finally here at the North Pole. And someone's built a giant black concrete pyramid. This means only one thing. It's time to explore. Have fun exploring the bot facility from the wrong way up finale. Make sure you watch the stream first, as this is 100% spoiler territory. Whoops, that's not how you spell territory. Oh, make sure you bring a friend if you can, since some of the puzzles require 2 people. Also, if you want the proper experience, don't use a grinder or a drill. Sweet. That'll do. Now. Now for the fun part. Add required items and DLC. Doop, 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 doop. I think I've used nearly everything in here. Oh, I've even used gold skin. Wait, hang on. Didn't use that. Add required items. Oof. Here we go. This should, like, the save should have the mods in it if we play it off the thing, shouldn't it? If we go new game, workshop. You should just be able to... I kind of don't want to have to go through adding all of the mods. Can someone test to see if this works without me going through and adding all the mods through Steam's awful interface? Because, ooh. Just to see if it works. Because if it works, then I'm just going to leave it. I assume it has all the mods included. Yeah, so I don't need to do it on the workshop page because I'd really rather not. Especially as part of a stream. It's so slow. All right. Well, if that works. So it worked for you, Ostuga, at least. That's good. Yeah, Cabroman, if you could, if you or someone can test, I'll just drop the link in here so it makes it easier. That'd be great. What other things should I have published that I haven't? I published the Booze Bus. I published... Yeah, what else have I got to publish? I haven't published the pumpkin separately, so I guess I could do that while people test. Yeah, I'm not sure about publishing the splat form because the splat form's a bit... It's not really special. It doesn't feel especially special. Texas Fire Truck was actually built by Eisen, so I'll let Eisen publish that blueprint. He may well have already done so. The Real Teal will be published during its own stream where I'm playing that one, which I'll be back playing that again next week. I just wanted a bit of a chill out from playing Space Engineers Survival after having spent 100+ hours in Space Engineers in the last 2 weeks. Downloading 26 mods on loading. Perfect. That sounds about right. Cool. That means it should be working, I guess. Wait, I need to get another wrong way up save. Dang it. The lag means it's working. Yeah, there's going to be a long load in for that base because there's a lot in that base. The Moldy Banana did not get published, but the Moldy Banana was terrible. It's a terrible, 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 terrible build. I don't think I can say terrible enough with that one. Yeah, so bad. Just so bad. That's this one I want. So I've got the settings. Yeah, the Moldy Banana worked if you were playing with the lowest ping possible because you had to constantly adjust its heading. It was not remotely stable in flight. So yeah, its name was befitting its level of functionality. It was so bad. The pumpkin, on the other hand, the neon pumpkin, it actually works. And it actually works pretty well. It's just, as we discovered yesterday in a dogfight involving all neon pumpkins, it's really hard to hit, and it's really hard to be hit while flying it. So there were some design flaws. No, General Stukov. I have not done any real small ships gone large, except for the Walrus. Is the Walrus on the workshop? It is, isn't it? Yeah, I thought the Walrus was on the workshop. Where is it? Booze Bus, Bitter Pill, Lime Lightning. Some other blueprints I've published just for the sake of me needing easy access to them. Here we go. Walrus. Orbital Combat Shuttle. Like, it's not a small grid gone enormous, but it's my biggest published small grid of that sort of style. And it was made before we had small grid doors. The centerline camera did not notably help on the pumpkin, unfortunately. Having the split guns is just a problem. I didn't really make any aircraft other than the pumpkin and the thing, because I realized I was bad at it. For a while after the multi-banana, and focused on doing other things like building the rover. And then, yeah, I just didn't do any after that. Now for this, we're going to have to get a screenshot in the air, which means... The pumpkin was weirdly scrappy and effective. It was, as most of our planes eventually became, a triumph of thrust over aerodynamics. I think I would mess with a... If I wanted to make a series where we played with planes a lot, I would mess with all sorts of stuff related to power production and thruster output. And make big thrusters as power efficient as small ones. So basically what I would try and do is make it so you need lift, and getting something to go fast is actually really, really hard to get it to go fast for long. So it'd be like nerfing batteries hard so that you don't make planes with batteries. You need them to be with hydrogen engines, which means carrying fuel, which means kaboom. Stuff like that, just to make it a bit more interesting. I think I could spice up aerial combat or aerial things like that quite a bit in that way, but it would require a lot of testing, and I didn't know the mod well enough at the start to understand what limitations we would need to keep things spicy. No, Dragnon, I think aerial combat is better if you're running on fuel, not batteries. I think batteries should be too heavy to make a fighter with. Black Shadow, the Hubblegum skybox is super bright at night. Are you running any other mods that mess with the skybox, like Space Just Got Real? Because those sorts of mods will mess with it a bit. Oh, weird. Yeah, I'm not sure. Texture quality might be an issue with the Hubblegum skybox, possibly, because it is. I think I did it as a 4K texture, so the higher resolution ones. Something like that for the pumpkin shot looks kind of cool. Or should I be shooting? I should probably be shooting. Trying to sort of hide my wheels. I think it looks more plane-like if the wheels aren't visible. Bilbo, the reason batteries are bad for flight is batteries are too easy and last too long. Hydrogen is better for flight because then you have to have tanks which explode, which are an issue to try and figure out where the engineering is going to go for making sure you can refuel, making sure you can carry the fuel, making sure you can land before you run out of fuel. Making batteries useful for thrusters is just... It makes it too easy. So the problem we ran into as we developed our skills with making planes during the series was we very much went the way of fighters in the real world. Thrust over lift. Because most modern fighter jets have a greater thrust-to-weight ratio than one. A thrust-to-weight ratio of greater than 1. So they can actually just stand and hover vertically. But if we wanted to experience flight in Space Engineers, we need to make it so that making something with a thrust-to-weight ratio of 1 is hard. Of greater than 1 is hard. So it's trying to flip that on its head. Trying to make it so that making a real-world fighter is a difficult thing. It's kind of the idea. Maybe this is a better angle. On the pumpkin. Yeah. Makes it look faster. Hey, Eisen. Yeah, it's more of a dynamic, and there's more movement going on in a shot from a following shot for an aircraft. Cool. That's all I need from that. And now I just need to get a clean blueprint of it. Yeah, Emeralds. I was thinking, like, a hydrogen engine or an atmospheric thruster that takes hydrogen fuel, I think, would be a cool way of doing it. So you have to fuel your engines. You need fuel. So you need piping running to your engines. So you get rid of atmospheric thrusters that run on power, or you make atmospheric thrusters that run on power super, super weak, so they're only useful for very minimal planes. One of the things that's a challenge in Space Engineers in all regards is trying to create a system that stops players from just going the more boosters approach. Because you can just always add more blocks to stuff in Space Engineers, and that's somewhat of a problem. It's very hard to control against. Now, this is called just the neon pumpkin, isn't it? Yep. Alright, let's just make sure that it's right blueprint. Yeah. Completely removing small grid batteries causes other problems. So you just kind of want to remove them as being useful for flight. So one of the thoughts I had was to make them require more steel plate. So at the moment, this requires 25 steel plate, and the little batteries require like 5. If that instead required 200 steel plate, it'd just be too heavy to be useful. But yeah, there were to make this flight system work in a way that would have forced our engineering down paths that were more like early flight was requiring a whole lot of extra modding, which I wasn't super thrilled about doing at the time because I knew I was going to have to spend so much time modding it and setting it up that it was not going to be practical to get it done in a reasonable time frame. Hey Capac. You know I'm in TeamSpeak, right? You can join me in TeamSpeak. Now, I wonder if there's a font I've got that actually looks like neon.
There we go.
There we go. There he is. I figured if you, while we're waiting for Wasted, wanted to join in and publish some of your own stuff, you could as well.
Oh, that sounds like work.
Fair enough. Do you want to just contact Wasted and see when he's, and let him know to just jump into TeamSpeak when he's ready?
Sure.
Did you see this yesterday? This picture?
Have a look. No.
Yeah. I do love the there's like food hanging out of your helmet. And little splodges of food on your face. I didn't notice that before.
I like the rover climbing over the hill in the background.
Yeah, I really like that too. Okay. Now, change font. What fonts do I have that would look good as neon? Oh, Charlie's at my door. One sec. Is she covered in mud or is she not? That is the question. She's not. Come on in.
Well,
Because it's sunny and you've just been sleeping in the sun, haven't you? Oh, yes, you've definitely been sleeping in the sun. Your fur is so hot. I'll have to give you some water before we start RimWorld.
oh yeah, my code dragged on. Just chilling.
I might actually need to look for a neon font that I'm allowed to use.
I had hot dogs for dinner last night.
Good to know, Capac. Chicago style or more simple?
No, just pretty simple. You know, you don't necessarily have to go for a different font. You could just give it like a neon sort of glow type effect on the same kind of
Yeah,
text.
fine. I will. Do you can put it in a different color?
You could go the same colors as the plane, so have like a bright green neon and then orange for the pumpkin text.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Although that may not look so great against the... Oh, we'll do that. And then we'll do an orange glow behind it. So instead of a drop shadow, let's do a outer glow in orange. Might have to do a outline on this.
If you're gonna do an outer, if you're gonna go for an outer glow type neon, I'd probably go for like I'd make the text like white or close to white,
You reckon?
and then have the glow do the heavy lifting.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Need the background darker. I'm not sure how much the neon's actually going to work. I might just not worry too much about this.
No, you must spend the rest of the day playing around in Photoshop.
Yeah, let's just go back to what we had before. I like the idea of doing this stuff, but it often ends up being just something that's not quite worth the time. Workshop. New. Alright. At some point I just have to go, nope, stop, Splitsy, stop.
So you know what? We need like a color slash texture like fill for Photoshop that's just the armor textures from Space Engineers.
Yeah, the armor pattern.
Yep.
Yeah. Oops. Blueprints. Local. Neon pumpkin. I think that's... I'm trying to think of anything else that I was supposed to have published, and I'm struggling to come up with anything. I've
What
published
did you do today?
So I've published the Wrong Way Up finale base. I've published the Jalopy. I've published... Now, I'm about to have published the pumpkin. I've published 2 of my builds from Survival Impossible. I guess this is an other, or is it a ship?
Did you have another plane before the pumpkin?
I did, but it was terrible. It was the moldy banana.
I can't even remember what that one looked like.
A moldy banana.
Well, I remembered that part.
But, you know...
Do you have the blueprint for it there?
The moldy banana? No.
Yeah.
It's in one of my blueprint backup things. Unfortunately. Oh yeah, I'm still supposed to have done the combined survival unlikely world. I don't even know where that is anymore. I'm thinking, like, at some point I'll have to do some, which is Sparks of the Future. At some point I'm going to have to do some, like, a long stream where I do a bunch of these things that I was supposed to have done. Because it'll take me time to first find the files and then make them work. And I think if I do something like this stream today and our post finale stream yesterday after each series ends, then hopefully I can wrap up a few of these things and make sure that everything does actually get done in a reasonable time frame rather than ages and ages afterwards.
I think the only blueprints I've got to publish from the series are the my modular sections for the base.
Yeah.
But if you publish the whole base, I'll have to get you to put a link in there.
I have published it.
Which means I guess I better do it soon. But I've got to publish my Brunnen G Moth as well. The Baron didn't really fly, so I don't know if I really want to publish it.
What you could do is you could take the Baron and put Digi's wings on it and make it fly. And then publish that version.
Yeah, but I don't know. It had its chance. Survival of the fittest. Yeah, most of the plates I had was stolen.
Moldy Banana was yellow-colored rusty creation with the flight characteristics of a soggy Dorito. I think that's disturbingly accurate.
I didn't think it was that flappy, but sure. Sounds about right.
Yeah, it does sound about right. All right, cool. That's all I'm writing for it. Neon Pumpkin doesn't need much. Cool. All right. That's that. Has Wasted said anything to you?
Yeah, he was just making some coffee. He said he should be ready in about 5 minutes.
Cool. Sweet. Well, I am pleased to say that I have published those things.
With like blueprints like that, you can put them into like a group, right? Like a playlist kind of thing.
As in a collection on Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done one of those for Wrong Way Up?
I have not. Collections are a pain.
Oh.
I despise messing around with stuff on the Steam Workshop. I'm like, I feel like, and I hope Wasted doesn't hear me say this. I feel like Wasted set the bar at a level where if I publish the blueprints, I'm doing well.
Right.
So I'm like, this is just I'll just do the best I can. What was I gonna do? I was gonna.
It's only illegal to drink coffee in Britain if you're within a certain radius of the spiffing Brit. If you're outside of that radius, it's fine. It's actually in their it's in the Magna Carta.
Just having a look at the comments on them.
Comments already.
Apparently, the doors to the reactor room are access denied.
Ugh, that's annoying.
And yeah, there we go. All published, all good. Okay, seriously, can anyone in chat think of any other blueprints I should have published beyond what these ones are? So we've got Neon Pumpkin, Manny, Rock Lobster, The Wrong Way Up, Jalopy, using Black Shadow's artwork as the title. Oh, in fact, I need to edit this. Title, thumbnail image by Black Shadow 5738.
Hey, what is this nonsense?
What nonsense?
I'm looking at the Wrong Way Up North Pole. And I don't see me in the creator list.
You want to be?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
I did that pyramidy bit.
You did. You absolutely did.
And I made some of them tunnel bits.
You did. The other people who were involved, let me know if you want to be added as a contributor, because there are things that are annoying about it. Like getting a notification every time there's a comment on it.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I've already
You would-
posted a bunch of stuff on the workshop.
And you ignore any notification that comes your way anyway.
I try to keep tabs on the workshop ones,
Uh-huh.
but then I don't have anywhere near as many workshop items as some people.
Yeah. I've got a fair few these days. Like, how many pages at 30? Yep, I've got quite a few. A few blank ones too that I have been deleting and keep coming back. But I suppose I've been publishing stuff for quite some time. And all the mods that I've made along the way. For various different things. I feel like I don't do too badly with publishing the stuff that I've built in series that people are interested in. But I probably shouldn't. Rude. Probably shouldn't pat myself on the back too much. The Wrong Way Down rover never did get published. I don't know where my copy of that would be. Wasted clearly has it, because he pasted it in yesterday, but I don't know where mine would be. Was the Lipsy uploaded? Did I upload Lipsy? Maybe I didn't do the Lipsy.
I can't even remember what the Wrong Way Down rover looked like.
Goofy Puff Jr. The Crane got published in progress. No, the Lipsy didn't get published. Maybe I should publish Lipsy. I don't know.
Oh, Sekiro is on Steam now?
Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the blueprinting part of this stream now, but we're going to start playing some RimWorld very shortly. Yeah, the Bird Eater. I don't think I published the Bird Eater. But, yeah, I'm going to wrap this up here, and then we'll do... Capac and I'll just sit and chat with you guys while we wait for Waste, and then we'll do the intro to the next bit. So yeah, come back for some more RimWorld. There'll be more single-player survival space engineers with me next week. And I will be back streaming either on Flipsy or on Twitch next Monday. Nice and early in the morning, doing some chill chatting stream something. That I haven't decided yet, but might even be a return to my old Ravenhurst save. But I'm tossing up whether to do that or whether to go to a new Ravenhurst save in a newer version of 7 Days. Or do something entirely different. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. If you got ideas, talk about it in the Discord. So there's all that, and plenty more to come, and stay around because we're about to do RimWorld. And we'll
Don't
see you
go
then.
nowhere. Don't change that dial.